Okay, this is dated November 2009. Dear friends, last Friday I took the oath of citizenship of the United States. This was a profound and privileged experience for me on many levels. While by no means abandoning my past or my Irish heritage, this milestone acknowledged fully my home to be this land where I now live and where my wife and child, soon to be children, were born. Over the land of my own birth and youth, that of my siblings, and forever the resting place of my parents. In the spiritual world, as I know it, there are no borders as we know them. And I prefer to view myself as a citizen of life first, and of a particular country second. Nonetheless, this was a big transition for me, conscious and subconscious, 23 years in the making. On this very personal level, it was comforting to finally be ready to honor the past, celebrate the present, and embrace the future. On another level, for the first time since I arrived here in 1986, I had vivid memories of that particular milestone, entering my dorm room with a suitcase, an audio tape, a scholarship, and $100. Since some of you are already wondering, on one side of the tape, Janice Ian, between the lines, representing my sappy and sensitive side, and on the other side, men at work, business as usual, representing my pragmatic, I need to have something in common with my male friends side. A lot has changed since I entered that dorm room, and so much for the better. I feel very blessed indeed for the life, the love, and the opportunities bestowed on me since arriving in the US on that hot August day. I'm absolutely sure that this was a great deal for me, and I sincerely hope that I'm doing my part to make it a great deal for the US and for all those who've made me feel at home here. The naturalization ceremony, while a wonderful celebration for all involved, was a somber reminder of the strife, oppression, and persecution in so many parts of our world, and a glaring reminder of how fortunate we are in the US and the Western world in general when it comes to civil rights, liberties, and stability. When Judge Krigler listed the homelands of all 50 adoptees, asking each of us to stand when ours was mentioned, it was evident that to the vast majority of the 50, this milestone meant a great deal more than it did even to me. For the first time in their lives, they were now guaranteed basic human rights never afforded to them in their homelands. Additionally, they can feel confident that their children will also inherit these rights. On the flip side, some will also feel guilt for what they now have compared to what their loved ones left behind do not. We hear so much on the news about what goes on in countries such as Kosovo, Iraq, Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Rwanda, Haiti, etc., that we easily become numb to the horrific circumstances of their people. I hope I never forget the moment of awareness and appreciation I felt sitting in the minority among my fellow adoptees. In the minority only because strife, oppression, and persecution were not the norms of my childhood and are not the circumstances of my family back in Ireland. Finally, this experience brought me back to Thomas Jefferson's Monticello, Independence Day 1995, where my brother and his wife were naturalized and where the keynote speaker was the now deceased Roberto Guizeta, a Cuban refugee who became the CEO of Coca-Cola. Guizeta's speech, remarkably short and wise, offers magnificent insights and guidance to all citizens of all countries, applicable in all of life's circumstances. I plan to share with you what I thought wasn't a quotation from this speech, but as I review it now, 14 years on, I don't see the exact words anywhere. They must summarize from my key takeaway from that particular day. In political contexts, but also in our personal lives, we often allow ourselves to be defined and burdened by the pain and adversities of our past instead of the opportunities they represent and the bright possibilities the future still holds. Just as a skier focuses not on the trees all around or the accident of yesteryear, but on the open slopes and the exhilaration of the descent, the most fulfilled lives focuses not on past adversities or the fear of failure and hurt, but on love and ideals, dreams and aspirations, opportunities and action. Freedom is to, not from.